so much. It has been a real pleasure for us to come here and sing for you guys this morning. This is the beginning of our first full day in Germany, and we're very excited to be here. So thank you very much for that. I would actually like to take a break now from singing to tell you guys a brief story. Story about something that happened to me and the Spizzwinks just about not too long ago. You see, as I said, we just arrived in Germany, and a couple days ago, the Spizzwinks were very, very excited. We were all getting set to head off on our summer tour, but I'm not that smart. You see, I stayed up really late the night before we were supposed to leave, playing Twister with my roommates. It was weird. And when I woke up the next morning with my right foot on red, I discovered that the Spizzwinks had left without me. I was totally panicked. I had no idea what to do, so I did what any of you probably would have done. I ran to the airport. It was a long way, but I ran. And I hopped on the first plane I could find, thinking, naturally, that plane would take me right here to Neuss and the Spizzwinks. But when I got off that plane, I discovered, to my shock and horror, that I was most certainly not on the warm, welcoming, sunny streets of Neuss, Germany. No, ladies and gentlemen, I was on the mean streets of a little town called Cambridge, Massachusetts. Now, as some among you appear to be aware, Cambridge is home to a small, insignificant liberal arts institution that Hey, we are all mature here. It's called Harvard. Gentlemen, please. Harvard is one of the finest correctional institutions on America's East Coast. I'm so glad you understand. I was in rough shape. So there I was, walking down those cobbled streets of Cambridge, trying not to run into that famous Harvard alumnus, the Unabomber, when I saw a small crowd beginning to gather. And as I looked off into the distance, I noticed there was a house on fire. Fire! Flames were leaping everywhere. But ladies and gentlemen, that was not the most astonishing thing. No, for atop that burning building, there stood a beautiful Harvard maiden. And she was holding her 6-month-old baby. And she was shouting, "Help me, help me! Somebody please save me and my baby!" So the crowd thought for a moment, and then one among them, just one, shouted, "Jump, it's your only chance." Jump, it's your only chance! They were a small but well-organized crowd. But the woman responded, no, it's far too far, we'll never make it. The crowd was pretty exasperated. But they fought for another moment. And then, switching to significantly more uncomfortable thinking positions, they fought some more. save the baby!
No, this can save the baby!
But the woman responded, no! Who will catch him? He'll splatter on the ground like an egg or jello. Seemingly, all hope was lost. Just then, in the nick of that very grim time, there stepped forth from the crowd the amazing, the inimitable, the indefatigable, the incomparable, Andover Exeter the Third. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Andy here was most certainly not your average Harvard schmo notes rebound. Andy was the star wide receiver for the Harvard Crimson football team. That's American football. The kind with the ball that's not obscure. And Andy wasn't going to drop that baby because, ladies and gentlemen, Andy never drops a nothing.
Never.
So our hero warmed up with a few brief but invigorating stretching exercises. And then a beautiful Harvard cheerleader stepped forth from the crowd to offer Andy a few words of moral encouragement.
Go, Andy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our hero was ready. That crowd was ready. And even that tiny little baby in its mother's arms on top of the burning building, that little baby was ready. And that young Harvard mother faded back for what well may have been the most important pass of her young but tragically unfulfilled life, and she threw that baby! It was a perfect spiral. It went to the right. It went to the left. And then, defying all known laws of physics, it went back to the right again. And with a dive, Andy caught that baby. But he was so excited, he spiked it. Children of all ages, especially to those older ones who are considering university abroad, if there's one lesson that can be taken from this morning's performance, it is that is precisely what happens when you or a loved one goes to Harvard. Thank you very much.